Good morning, I'm Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Victims of Lonesharks who arrived Katmandu after an arduous journey of 23 days on foot in search of justice to head to Singapore today say will not return until their demands are met. Mahasamiti meeting of Nepali Congress delving into the reports today as well. Preparations underway to conclude the meeting today itself. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange's last fight to stop extradition to the United States concludes at the London Courts of Justice, a decision to be issued at a later date. And Nepal women's national football team to play Iraq at the WAF Championship. The match to kick off at 7:45 p.m. Nepal time. Nepali Eves aiming for a semi-final spot. Victims of Lonesharks who arrived in Kathmandu after a 23-day arduous justice march on foot yesterday are to hold a march past from threepoint Park of Thankot to Singapore today. According to spokesperson of the Farmers Struggle Committee against Lonesharks, Nega Naveen, the march will leave for Singapore after having launched this afternoon. According to Naveen, the victims will continue their protest at Shanti Vatika or Vikati Mandap until the government ensures justice. The victims had begun their justice march from Jhapa and Kanchanpur on 30th of January with the objective of sharing their grievances in federal capital Kathmandu. The victims had arrived in Kathmandu previously as well, but despite the government's assurance, their issues have yet to be resolved. Victims of Lonesharks of more than 28 districts have been protesting with their demands. A three-point agreement has been reached between Koshi Province government and the Province 1 Renaming Joint Struggle Committee. The Struggle Committee, which has been demanding the naming of the province on the basis of identity, and the province governments have reached an agreement to address the issue by following the constitutional provisions. Both sides have agreed to initiate efforts to proceed with the renaming procedures. The government is also prepared to ensure treatment for those injured during protests, compensation of the family members of the deceased, and withdrawal of cases against those arrested. Participants of the meeting have said that date for the next meeting would also be decided on the basis of consensus. The Koshi Province government had formed a dialogue committee led by Province Minister for Physical Infrastructure Development, Kamal Prasad Jabegu, on 20th of January. Mahasamiti meeting of Nepali Congress underway at Godavari in Lalitpur is set to conclude today. Based on the schedule, all 5 reports are to be endorsed today itself. Group discussions on the reports are underway before the conclusion of the meeting. Representatives who had listed their names have stated their opinions on the report by 11 this morning, while the group leaders are to furnish their recommendations after 1 p.m. Party Vice President Purna Bahadur Khatka had presented his policy report. General Secretary Gagan Thapa had presented his organizational report. Another General Secretary, Bishwa Prakash Sharma, had submitted his political report, while spokesperson and Minister for Finance, Prakash Madh, submitted his report on the current status and challenges of the economy, and Shyam Ghimire had presented the report on accounts. According to head of Congress Department for Promotions, Min Bishwakarma, the 4 leaders are to respond to the questions after the 4 group leaders issue their recommendations. The reports are to be then endorsed, followed by conclusion of the meeting. Participants are to share their opinions on electoral alliances at the discussions. While some representatives had said that forming alliances denied Congress voters their opportunity to vote for tree, the electoral symbol of Nepali Congress, while others had identified possible alliance between communist entities if Congress contested alone. Organizational report of Party General Secretary Gagan Thapa notes that electoral alliances should not be formed. Meanwhile, Party President Sher Bahadur Deuba has called a meeting of the party officials and former office bearers as well. Now, oldest party of Nepal, Nepali Congress, is yet to go digital. Now, information technology has grown advanced with artificial intelligence or AI. However, Nepali Congress seems to have been stuck in the past. The promotion materials used for the party's Mahasamiti meeting are like those used in the first parliamentary election held more than 3 decades ago. Despite some activity on the official Facebook page of Nepali Congress, the party's other social media platforms and the official website are almost inactive. The entire world has been using modern digital and technological tools and advancements for several purposes, including promotions. There are several alternatives for online promotions, including websites, social media platforms, and mass emails. However, the use of welcome gates, Pamphlets and flags over a distance of 1 kilometer each from Sadhobato of Lalitpur towards the venue of the Nepali Congress Mahasamiti meeting give a reflection of the parliamentary election held more than 3 decades ago. Organizational report presented by Party General Secretary Gagan Thapa at the meeting has proposed for a digital Congress. But Nepali Congress is yet to practice even the most basic of digital tools. Official website of Nepali Congress, which is www.nepalicongress.org, is not updated regularly. The most used Facebook account has posted some live videos of the inauguration of the Mahasamiti meeting, but has not been updated since then. There are no updates in the official X handle, formerly Twitter, since 4th of November 2023. Party President Sher Bahadur Deuba has been branding the party as a traditional entity. Large photographs of Deuba have been erected around the meeting venue, which has also come as a surprise for the party cadres. However, Nepali Congress had broadcast its Central Committee meeting live through Facebook for the first time 7 months ago. But despite having done so, Nepali Congress is yet to benefit from the use of social media platforms like other political parties and independent entities of Nepal. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, why have issues of public concern not been prioritized by political parties? Your options are A. Power focused, B. No elections soon, and C. Internal issues. Voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look into the top stories one more time. Victims of loan sharks who arrived Katmandu after an arduous journey of 23 days on foot in search of justice to head to Singhadarwa today. They say they will not return until their demands are met. Mahasamiti meeting of Nepali Congress delving into the reports today as well. Preparations underway to conclude the meeting today itself. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange's last fight to stop extradition to the United States concludes at the London Courts of Justice, a decision to be issued at a later date. And Nepal women's national football team to play Iraq at the WAF Championship. The match to kick off at 7:45 p.m. Nepal time. Nepali Eves aiming to seal a spot in the semi-finals. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin airs at 6 p.m. Thank you for staying with us. Have a beautiful day.